Aloha, my friends. Happy January 21st. Today is a big day astrologically. A lot is going on. Yesterday, the day before, were huge days astrologically. There were so many aspects between the planets. If you were kind of like, whoa, over the last 2 days, you're not alone. Okay, there was a plethora of astrological planetary star activity that we were sort of wading through. And I had to go live and jump on here today because today we have a huge shift, and the sun has moved into the astrological sign of Capricorn. And if you think that it's in a different sign, let me just give a little backup here. If you haven't seen my videos, you've never come across me before. My name is Lotus Dawn, and I am Blossom with Lotus, and I do 13 sign astrology, where I follow the exact location of where the stars are today. If you haven't heard this before, Western astrology is actually based on where the stars were about 2,000 years ago. But because of something called precession, which is the movement of the constellation slightly backward, at the rate of about 2 degrees every 1 to 2 degrees every 72 years, Western astrology is now about one whole sign ahead of where the stars actually are. So if you want to see if what I'm saying is true, you can get Star Walk 2, which is an app on your phone, and look to see what constellation is the sun in today, January 21st. And it is actually just entering the constellation of Capricorn. And that is a huge shift, my friends. That is a huge shift. We've been in the constellation of Sagittarius since about December 18th. And so I wanted to let you know what that could mean. And if you're feeling a shift in the energy, a shift in your focus, what's going on? Why are you feeling that? Okay. So today, the sun, which represents our soul self, it represents our purpose, right? Our God guided, soul guided purpose. It's a big, bright energy. Without the sun, there wouldn't be any life on earth. Okay. So the sun in astrology, as well as in our daily lives, is so important and so valuable to our well-being, to our sense of life, right? It represents life, la vida, right? It allows everything to grow. And so whatever constellation the sun is shining in will illuminate or bring to light or reveal the focus, the collective focus for the collective, okay? Where our birthday is tells us our individual sun sign, and where the sun is in the sky right now represents the collective energy, frequency, vibration, and focus that the collective is feeling, sensing, engaging with. Okay. And so the sun in Capricorn, what is Capricorn? Well, it's a sea goat. The symbol is the sea goat. But how do we understand it? How can we better dive into the energy of Capricorn? Because we're going to be in Capricorn until about Valentine's Day. And then it shifts into Aquarius, which will be a very different energy. So today, on the 21st until February 14th, we're entering into the astrological sign of Capricorn, which is a total shift from where we were in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign. It's all about expansion. It's about freedom. It's about truth. It's about action. It loves to travel. It loves to be free. It loves adventure. It's a really fun energy, very playful, in fact, as well as very deep and expansive. Well, now, the night before the sun goes into Capricorn, which is today, we had a Sun Pluto conjunction. Okay, so not only are we moving into the more serious sign of Capricorn, which is an earth sign, it's very practical, it's very focused on building material success, material wealth, creating a legacy. Capricorn is the workhorse of the zodiac. They are the entrepreneur, the CEO, the head of the organization. They build structure to create legacies. Okay, so people who have strong Capricorn energy tend to be the CEOs, they tend to be the managers, they tend to be in charge of groups of people. be the leaders of organizations. And so Capricorn energy has a strong work ethic, right? Very strong, very disciplined. But where Capricorn might have a challenge is more with emotion, with feeling, with intuition, because they're very practical. They're very down to earth. They're all about getting the job done, getting the work done, completing the project. Okay, so we've shifted into that energy. That is the collective focus for humanity right now is, okay, what do we want to build? And it's great for the start of the new year, right? It gives a lot of impetus, a lot of strength of will to what do you want to create and build in the material realm? What 3D action steps can you take today, tomorrow, and the next day to make what you are wishing to create solid, real, and material? Awesome stuff. Okay. But I have to warn you that just 24 hours ago, we had an exact conjunction between Pluto and the sun. And Pluto is known as the god of the underworld. Yeah. And so the last 24 hours or the last week leading up to yesterday, which was kind of like the peak moment of the conjunction started about 10 days prior or even longer. It's been several weeks of this sun approaching Pluto energy. So as the sun got closer and closer to Pluto, the intensity, the depth, the subconscious insight started to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And so Pluto represents subconscious, right? It can be accessed through hypnosis, through past life regression, through channeling, through art, through music, right? You can access the subconscious in a variety of ways. And yet the sun is illumination. And so as we've approached Pluto, last night being the big finale conjunction, we've been going deeper and deeper into revealing and bringing to light our deepest stuff. Okay. So if the last couple days have been, I don't know, maybe heavy for lack of a better word, in terms of heaviness tends to illustrate a moment when deeply buried subconscious things are becoming up, are beginning to come up into the conscious realm. And a lot of times we'll start to feel heavy because a past trauma or pain or emotionally undigested experience begins to come up to the surface. Whew. So if the last 24 hours, last couple of days have been intense, when you bring the deepest, darkest, most hidden planet, which is Pluto, which represents our deepest, darkest, most hidden subconscious. It's like our attic, it's like our basement of our consciousness. And then you bring the sun right next to it. That's like bringing the brightest light to your deepest shadow. Wow. Right? Wow. That is a lot collectively and individually. And so collectively, it can mean things like things in our government, in the structure of our country, because it's going into Capricorn, which is the structure of our government and the structure of our society. It's the structure of everything. It's even our bone structure and our teeth. Pluto could have been bringing illumination to the structure of our government, the structure of our relationships to foreign other governments, right? So there might be a lot of things being brought to light right now that are very, very deep and profound, both individually, physically, and even collectively. Wow. Okay. And so we're about to hit the full moon on January 25th. And so because there's so much energy and so much shifting collectively, I will be leading a live full moon event at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursday, January 25th, if you'd like to come and learn more about this full moon energy, about this shift of the sun into Capricorn. I'll be leaving a link to sign up. And we'll also, for fun, bring your birthday information to me so I can create your chart. And we'll be able to assess where the sun is currently affecting your chart. And so each house in an astrological chart is an arena of your life. And wherever that planet is now connecting to is going to illuminate that arena of your life. And so it gives you a really great sense of what area of your life is being illuminated right now. Okay, another thing we want to look at is where was that sun conjunct Pluto? Because that was like a major aspect that happened yesterday. It's still in effect, it's just maybe a little less prominent because now the sun is moving away from Pluto, as opposed to yesterday, it was right with Pluto. And so, where in our lives is the light and the illumination of the sun being brought to our deepest, darkest hidden secrets, both collectively and individually and in the world? Very powerful information. So I want to just share a little bit more about this sun in Capricorn, because now we've discussed that, yes, the last day or so, there was a very intense aspect between the sun and Pluto, great light to the deepest shadow. I just took yesterday off, and I rested a lot, and I just meditated on what was coming up for me, which was some very deep stuff, profound. And now the sun has gone into Capricorn the next day. And so it's like a lot of shift energy. If you're kind of like trying to swim through the energies and figure out what's happening, the sun moving into a new sign is a big deal. And throughout world, Western astrology says that the sun has now gone into Aquarius, and everyone's celebrating because Aquarius is a very fun sign, and I applaud you. But I follow 13 sign astrology, which is based on the actual location of the stars right now today. And if you were to look up with a telescope, or you to look at Star Walk 2 to see what constellation the sun is in, it's actually in Capricorn. Yeah. And so I think it's important that we talk about what Capricorn is so that we can have a better understanding of what the energies may be like for the next month until it officially moves into Aquarius, which is February 14th. So Capricorn is the mountain goat. Capricorn is the energy of the mountain. It's the energy of climbing the mountain to success, and the work and the effort that we have to put in to create a goal. To really create anything materially or physically, Capricorn represents the energy of us really diving deep into our skill set and using that momentum to climb to the top. So, where in your life could you add a little more a little more physical activity? You know, Capricorn is an earth sign, so it really relates to this necessity to get grounded in our bodies, to strengthen our bodies. And in fact, another really awesome 13 sign astrologer, Veroni, mentioned that Capricorn's sun could increase physical symptomology because it's an earth sign, because it affects our body. Thank you, Veroni, for that insight, because I definitely had an awareness of a past experience last night that was very physical. And I was like, I felt it more in my body than I've ever felt it. And I was like, wow. So this is a really great time if you do inner work, if you do trauma healing for yourself, if you're constantly working on healing things in your past that may be holding you back. This is a really good time to address somatic massage therapy, any somatic release work right now is really, really powerful because collectively, our physical body, our physical activity, our 3D lives are really highlighted when the sun goes into Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn, and Saturn is all about structure. You know, Saturn was the father of Jupiter. He was one of the gods of the Olympic heaven, right? And he was one of the kings of the gods. And Saturn set the structure. He built he helped to create and build the world. Okay. And so in some cases, you could compare this to the energy of God and to the rules of God and to the rules of the universe. And so Saturn and Capricorn really relate to the laws of the universe. And one of those laws that's really fun to play with is the law of attraction, right? Which is, how do we actually manifest and create? Let's say we have our vision and our idea, our plan. How do we actually take that vision up from the ethers, bring it into our consciousness, and then how do we take it and make it physical? What are the things that actually allow us to create what we desire? And so studying people who are experts in manifestation, experts in the law of attraction, is a really great place to go right now with the sun in Capricorn. So watching the movie The Secret, studying people who are experts in this field, really, the law of attraction is an incredible law of the universe. And so this is a great month to really focus in and dial in your connection to the law of attraction, how to manifest. What does it take to manifest? And surprisingly, according to one of the great mentors and teachers that I've studied, it doesn't have to be hard, right? And so while Capricorn can represent that hard work and that physical discipline of creating things in the material world, the truth of the matter of how we actually manifest is through our feeling and our energy. It's all about our energy. And so this is a great month to become disciplined and focused on our physical habits and activities that can lead us to having greater feelings of in tune, aligned, feeling good, right? Because feeling good now is really the best way to create and to manifest, to feel as though you've already manifested what you wish to achieve is really the winning ticket. And so, what can you do now to feel good now? Right? So, Capricorn Sun asks us to get really real, really clear, really focused, and really grounded in our physical body activities and practices that will allow us to align to our highest vision for what we want to create. Okay. And on Thursday, January 25th, I'm going to do a live event. And in this live event, please message me your birth time, your birthday, and your location if you'd like to join us. And I'll leave a link to register for it below. But in this course, one of the things we're going to look at for everyone is what is your soul planet? Because one of the great things about Capricorn is it's a really good time to plan your action steps for your vision of what you want to create. Yeah? And so what we're going to do is we're going to have a moment in the class where we're going to go through and I'm going to share with you all what your soul planet and what the soul planet is. It's like your purpose planet. It's like your North Star. It's like, what is your energy that really guides you forwards? What is your innate natural beingness? And so when we can be the most in alignment with our innate natural beingness is when we can create and manifest and align with the law of attraction in greater ways. Because the more attuned and aligned to who we are, the better we feel. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that when we're being the truest to ourselves, the most accurately aligned to who we are and our soul purpose, we magically begin to create that which we truly desire. Okay. So on Thursday, January 25th, I'm going to be sharing a lot more information with you. I want to welcome you to the sun moving into Capricorn. Venus has also changed signs. Venus is now in Sagittarius, so they've kind of switched seats. And so Venus in Sagittarius means it's the planet of money and what we love. And so it means we might really love spending money on philosophy, on expansion, on travel. You might really be wanting to go travel somewhere. And it's the divine feminine. And so the divine feminine might be really embracing concepts of truth, freedom, and expansion. You might be feeling really activated, really energized. While the sun being Capricorn is a really good time to get clear on your focus, get clear on your vision, your intention, what you want to create, and then what are your action steps to create it more deeply and more fully in your life and in your world. So to keep in alignment with when we are the most focused on our path and being the truest to ourselves, we create the highest vision, the highest achievements in our life and world. So I want to welcome you to the sun in Capricorn. I want to invite you to get really in tune the next month from now until February 14th with your vision, your mission, why you're here, and then work on feeling good. What are the physical action steps you can take to feel good now so that you can stay in alignment to your vision, your purpose, and your mission? Get into your body. Go out and exercise. Move the body. Get in tune. Bring your vision into the physical. Write it down. Write down what you want to do. Write down what you want to create. Write out your action plan. organize your things, clear spaces, get grounded, because Capricorn is all about what are the steps to success and how can we achieve them in the physical world. Find mentors, find gurus, find guides who have already achieved what it is you want to achieve and follow them. Right? So if you have any questions, I have some really wonderful teachers that I follow if you'd like to know more about them. And I send you so much love from my heart from this beautiful day. Remember, if you've been going through it, you're not alone. Please comment below, share with us your own story. It's so helpful to hear what other people are going through collectively so that we can see, yeah, sometimes, if you're on my YouTube channel watching this, there's so many of us, we're across the planet, we're across the world. And it's so powerful to hear everyone's point of view about what is happening. So please, like, comment, join me in getting in tune with this energy. And collectively, let's focus on creating a vision we really want to live, aligning to our true purpose this year in 2024. It's a powerful year. It's the year of the 8 and the wood dragon beginning February 10th. So big energy looking forward to in February. I send you lots of love. If you want to follow me on YouTube, it's Blossom with Lotus. And I hope you all have a really spectacular, awesome, beautiful day. You all are miracles. Much love. Much light.